وقل رب زدني علما.
The third point, as you see, he would refer to original and primary sources instead of the secondary ones. This is actually kind of related to the first one, but it's important. Nowadays, what we do, if we read in someone's book, some contemporary ulama's book, a quote from, let's say, Hafiz Shamsuddin az-Zahabi. Shamsuddin Zahabi died in 748 Hijri. So now, normally what we do, we are happy with this contemporary. Okay, let me give you an example. So let's say we read a statement of Hafiz Zahabi in Shaykh Abdul Fattah Abu Ghudda's book, and we are happy with that. However, a student of knowledge shouldn't be happy like that. A student of knowledge should always refer to the original sources. And now, so when you, in your article, in your post, in your book, if you want to refer to Zahabi's statement, then you shouldn't refer to Abu Ghudda's book, and you shouldn't be happy with this quotation of Abu Ghudda's book only. Rather, you should refer back to Zahabi's book, and you should research his book, find out and check the information in his book, and then you should refer to Zahabi's book, like original sources, not the secondary sources, rather than original and primary sources. Like Biqai rahimahullah, he said, our teacher, when he used to sit to write, he would like refer to the many books. He would see some statement in Zahabi's book. If you remember, Ibn Hajar died in 852. Zahabi died in 748. So Ibn Hajar sees some statement in Zahabi's book, the statement of, let's say, Nawawi, Muhyiddin Nawawi. Nawawi died in 676. So now Ibn Hajar say, no, I wouldn't be happy with Zahabi's reference. Now I have to go back to Nawawi's book, and then he would put the information in the book. This is called like al-ihalatu ila al-aqdam fal-aqdam. This is very important. And in this regard, I'd like to narrate to you, relate to you two statements that will be, hopefully they will be beneficial. One statement is the statement of Imam Sha'bi, Amir Ash-Sha'bi, a tabi'i, great tabi'i, rahimahullah. Shamsuddin Zahabi mentioned in Tazkiratul Huffaz that Amir Ash-Sha'bi, a great alim, tabi'i, who was a great scholar of hadith, and he would know, Ash'ar al-Arabiya, like thousands of Ash'ar. Once he was asked, Min ayna laka hadha al-ilmu kullu? That, wa Imam Sha'bi, how did you achieve all this knowledge? Imam Sha'bi replied, 4 reasons. He said 4 qualities. The first quality is binafi al-i'timad. He said, I never ever relied on anyone. In terms of knowledge, I never relied on the secondary sources. I always referred back to the original sources, and I referred myself to the primary sources, not the secondary sources. So I never relied on someone. It's not like, oh, I heard this from this person, so it's okay. No. As a student of knowledge, for the ordinary people, that's okay. But for a student of knowledge, I have to verify this information. Otherwise, an tusibu qawman bi jahalatin fatusbihu ala ma fa'altum nadimin, in Surah Al-Hujurat. I like recommend everyone to read Surah Al-Hujurat in this perspective, that how should we deal with social affairs. Anyway, so Ibn Hajar, I was saying, Imam Sha'bi said 4 qualities. The first quality is binafi al-i'timad. I would never ever rely on anyone else's reference. I would refer to the original sources. And the third 3 you can learn in different time. The second statement that I want to say in this regard is the statement of Mufti Mahdi Hassan Shah Jahanpuri rahimahullah, who was a great teacher of Darul Ulum, Deoband, India. Maulana Mufti Saeed Ahmad Palanpuri, who died just last Ramadan, rahimahullah ta'ala. Mufti Saeed Palanpuri writes in his book, Urdu in Urdu language, in his commentary on Sharh Uqudi Rasm al-Mufti, he mentions very nicely, it's nice actually, it's related to Ibn Hajar as well. So He says, we asked our teacher, Mufti Mahdi Hassan Shahjahanpuri, one day in the lesson, we asked him for nasihat, for advice, to give us some advice. So Mufti Mahdi Hassan Shahjahanpuri rahimahullah, he said to the students that kabhi kisi ke hawala par i'timad na karna, meaning never ever rely on anyone else's reference, like never rely on someone else's reference. Rather you should refer back to the original source by yourself. So some student asked the Mufti Sahab asked him that agar Hafiz Ibn Hajar hawala de tabbi, meaning agar if Ibn Hajar gives reference, then can't we rely on Ibn Hajar's reference? Maulana Mufti Mahdi Hassan replied, agar Hafiz Ibn Jabal bhi ho. Hafiz Ibn Jabal, actually there is no one named as Hafiz Ibn Jabal. Ibn Hajar, if you look at the literal meaning of the word, Ibn Hajar means the son of the stone, and Ibn Jabal, Jabal means mountain, so the son of mountain. So Mufti Mahdi Hassan actually made a joke, but again this is a great lesson. He's saying, if we, like, you are talking about the son of stone, I'm saying if the son of mountain, which is more stronger, if he like gives reference as well, then we shouldn't rely on that reference as well. Agar Hafiz Ibn Jabal bi hawala de. So that was my point, that Hafiz Ibn Hajar Asqalani, he would always try to refer to the original sources, and that's why his books are so authentic and sound and profound. We'll see. Obviously, still he was a human, so he made mistakes. We see that sometimes he in his reference there was mistake. No one is free from mistake as human. However, his books are less mistake. You see less mistake because he was very careful and particular with his references, and with the style and the method that he followed was very good in terms of compiling books and putting reference, etc.